Social Security. At what age should you take it? It's a question I get asked all the time. To make your best decision, you must first be educated on how it pays out. So as an example, someone who starts at 62, the earliest age, or 67, full retirement age, or at 70, the latest age, what is the benefit it gives you? At 62, $23.24 per month is your maximum, $31.11 per month at 67, $38.95 at 70. A lot of people go here because they think it's the biggest number, it's going to pay out the most. But is it? Let's take a look. At 62, $23.24 per month till 80 years old pays out roughly $501,000 in benefit. At 67, $485,000 in benefit. Waiting till 70, only $467,000 in benefit. It's your money. You earned it. Which one is your best decision? I'm Curtis Ray. Always be educated.
Dude, I'm so proud of myself. I just deposited $6,000 into my Roth IRA, but why isn't my money growing? Well, did you buy any stocks or ETFs? What? You have to buy something? Well, yeah, you have to buy something. Otherwise, your $6,000 is going to be $6,000 forever. Man, why don't they teach this to us at school?
Welcome back to Cartel TikTok. Today let's discuss funds, specifically what to do with your gains, how to diversify your portfolio. What you don't want to do is just stack 20s in a fucking drawer.
I went to college, and if I didn't, I wouldn't be making the money I am now.
So what are you making per hour?
$20?
$20 an hour as a W-2 employee?
Yes.
So that means that you pay state, federal, Social Security, Medicaid, and the company all get paid before you do, right?
Right.
Great. What happens if you get sick and you can't work, or you get pregnant and you're on bed rest? How much money do you make then?
Nothing.
Nothing. Great. So I got a challenge for you. You went to college, you got a degree, right?
Right.
Beautiful. Here's $500. Turn it into $5,000. Turn it into $5,000. How do you turn $500 into $5,000 without working?
I'll invest it in the stocks.
Yeah, and do what? Lose 8%? The coronavirus has made the market lose 8%. That means you would have lost almost $100. How are you going to live if all you know how to do is trade dollars for time?
Well, I guess I don't know that much about money.
You're not going to buy that TV here, are you? Yeah, why? That same exact one is $10 cheaper at Walmart 3 miles down the road. This is a $1,500 TV. What's $10? It's your money, but you're going to need an HDMI cable with that too. They're $20 here. They're half the price down the road at Best Buy. But Best Buy is 4 miles away. Yeah, but I'm not going to pay double.
If you haven't invested $100 in Bitcoin, please do so now.
No.
What?
Why?
Why are you telling me what to do?
That's only 10 seconds, guys.
So the next time you see somebody on here telling you that they made $50,000 in one day off of their investments, ask them this one question. What's your percent return? Making $10,000 in a day sounds very impressive, but it sounds much less impressive when you realize that they had to put $250,000 on the line to get a return of 4% to make that $10,000. On the other hand, you could have made $10K, but only with an initial investment of $5,000. That would mean a 200% gain, which is very impressive. So talking about your returns in the form of dollars rather than percent is very deceiving. So always be careful of that.
Say you invested $6,000 per year for 40 years, you'd have about $3 million. But say you think that's too slow and you want to get there faster, so you invest $12,000 a year for 20 years. Notice how it's not the same. No, compound interest is exponential, it's not linear.
Hey, I'm having trouble saving. Do you have any tips? If you're having trouble saving consistently, you should try paying yourself first. How do I pay myself first? Most people spend first and save what's left over. But the key is to save first and then spend what's left over. Okay, but how do I actually do that? Set up a reoccurring transfer on the first of the month into your savings. That way you can spend freely for the rest of the month knowing you already saved. Dude, that's genius. Your tips are literally saving me. Ah, man, that was not a good pun. No, but like your tips are helpful. Well, make sure you follow for more.
Okay, so
This is why it's so important to understand the tax law so that you can actually use it. And we have this idea that for people that find tax incentive, that they're cheating the system or they're breaking the law, kind of similar to when you're paid under the table in cash and you don't claim it so you don't have to pay taxes on it. Those aren't the same, they're totally different. And so if somebody from the IRS did watch one of my videos, they'd watch and go, he's actually using the tax code in the way we created it. So, and this isn't for me to attack you. I used to have the same belief before I understood it. The tax code, 95% of it is for tax incentives. They want you to use it. We just don't educate ourselves so that we know how to, and then we end up with our largest expense, which is taxes. So if you do want to learn about it, I'd read Tax-Free Wealth. It's a game changer, change your perspective, and then you could actually benefit from using it.
This is how to save money, build wealth, and stop living paycheck to paycheck with a guy who works in finance. And just for my friend Harvey Specter out there, I'm not a lawyer and this is not legal advice. When I sit down with people and start planning out a monthly budget, literally every single time when I look at past spending, aside from regular bills, the number one expense is eating out. So if you find yourself in the same category as a majority of Americans who don't have a stash fund, who live paycheck to paycheck, and couldn't afford even a $500 emergency, I highly suggest you sit down, look at last month's spending, and find out the dollar amount that you spent in eating out. You will probably be shocked. On average, people bring in between $1,800 and $2,400 after taxes. Most of the time, people spend between $300 and $500 eating out each month, from what I've seen. I've even seen some cases where people are spending $800 to $1,000 a month eating out. Even if you're at the 300 mark, that's approximately 15% of your income. So step number one is to stop eating out so much. If you can't afford to eat out until after you get paid, you can't afford it.
Let's talk about an easy way to save money. If this is in your checking account at the end of the day, you're going to move the last digit into your savings account. Do this every day and you'll barely feel it. Look at this. After 7 days, I was able to save $24. Times each week, that's a total of $1,248 a year.